Hello everybody, Toxicverse here, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to season 4 of the Toxicverse. As you can see, we have our Generation 2 cast with us. And here we go. So the first challenge, we're going back to the basics. It's going to be dodgeball. And team the team that will win this would be actually Team 2. And on team, the people that would bomb it would be Stacy, Pete, and Cameron. Zoe, gotta be friends with Stacy and Cameron, which I think people vote for Pete. But I feel like Scarlett would take advantage of Pete being a bit naive and get get the majority vote to actually evict Zoe. Shocking everyone. Scarlett being questioned was like, to be honest, I didn't want to see Pete go first again. We don't need another repeat Ezekiel and whatnot. Alright. And next challenge, it will be a block stacking challenge. Basically, the teams will need to stack blocks. And here, I think Team 1 would actually win this one. And on Team 2, I feel like Scary Girl would be in her normal persona. She's like, they're trying to be normal and whatnot. And Jeff sees is like, oh look, she's actually trying to change. And you go up to her and like, hey, look, I see what you're doing, and you really don't have to change to basically be like the rest of us. And basically, kind of takes that to heart. But all in all, the person who they do end up eliminating on their team would sadly be Cody, the runner-up and the finalists, both eliminated here. The runner-up and winner eliminated back-to-back. That wasn't even planned. But I feel like a lot of people will see, oh, like, Cody won a season, so he'll be the next person to boot and whatnot. And the next challenge would be a team gonna have to cross a tightrope. And we've seen Owen do it with ease. I think Lindsay could do it. I'm pretty sure Chase would do it. Bridget could do it. And Scarlett could do it. But Pete, Stacy, Cameron, and Ryan all fail. Because Ryan just does not have good balance when it comes to himself. Cameron will fall immediately because he's unathletic. Pete's knee would give out halfway through, and Stacy would just fall immediately. And on Team 2, who would make it would be Harold, Duncan, Ella, Jeff, Sanders, and Scary Girl, which gives their Team 2 the win. And here, I'm sorry, Stacy, you're eliminated. Oh, I just feel like a lot of people will just see her as not helpful compared to everyone else, and I'll eliminate her here. Alright. The next challenge is, and between it, I think Bridget goes to Chase and like, look, is just asking why he's always so selfish, and Chase would be all standoffish and whatnot, and Ryan will go up to Bridget and be backing her up and like, look, in this game, you can't be selfish. You actually have to be somewhat nice to people to get far. Alright, and the next one. The next challenge will be they have to stay in a freezer for as long as possible. And I think Team 1 has this because if Owen farts once, a good bit of people are running out. And here on Team 2, I think they will eliminate Dave here. Just because no one really gets along with him. And whatnot. Alright, now time for episode 5. This one will be double elimination. Each team will have to find a card and bring it back to Chris. And Pete. And first person to do that for each team will win immunity themselves. Those people being MK. And actually, I'm going to give this one to Owen. Just give him a little bit of plot armor. But on Team 2, Donkey goes to Harold and Jeff and like, look, we're the only guys left on our team. We need to make an alliance, which Harold and Jeff immediately agree to. And they were actually a scary girl on their side, which they eliminate Ellie, mainly just for being a smart threat. And whatnot. And on this team, I just feel like they will eliminate Chase. Dude, how obnoxious he is, and he was getting on everyone's nerves. And the next challenge, it would be a surfing competition, which Team 1 will win, thanks to Bridget. But here, the majority of people will vote off Jeff for throwing the challenge for Bridget, with Jeff would leave with his head held high. But the next challenge would be a truth or dare challenge. Would be a truth challenge, with Team 2 will win this one. And here, not because I'm biased or anything, but I think here is where Lindsay is eliminated. Just because he isn't the smartest in the books, and she would probably just unintentionally lie, costing her team the challenge. Alright, next up. And we have our final 12. 2 eliminations before the merge. Alright, in this challenge, guess who? And Team 1 would win this with ease. And here, I think here they will eliminate Ella for being a social threat, because she gets along with pretty much everyone. And the next challenge, it will just be a running challenge. Last person to show up is eliminated. And here, I'm sorry to say this, but Owen gets eliminated here. I just feel like Cameron would just arrive a little bit before Owen. And here is the merge. Alright, and the next challenge will be to the first merge challenge. It is just to answer questions honestly about each other. Which here, I just feel like Scary Girl would just win this one. Just because, if you get the answer right, you get to take a life from someone. And I think Scary Girl would win this because no one would see her as a threat. And here, I'm sorry to say this, but here this is where I feel like Pete is going. This is 10th place. Pete made merge, and he's really proved himself and whatnot. And the next challenge will be that each person they'll be split up into groups of 3. The first one being Harold, Duncan, and Cameron, Scarlett, Gary, and Bridget, and MK, Ryan, and Sanders. Basically, they will be playing a paintball battle royale, and the Scary Girl, Scarlett, Bridget team would have doing this, and they get the choice to send one person home. Scary Girl would choose Sanders. Scarlett would want to go Ryan, and Bridget, being friends with Ryan and all that, she chooses to eliminate Sanders. And we are down to the final 8. And here, this episode, I think that Ryan would just... Here, I think this would just be like a big math test, and Cameron would win. But here, I think Ryan actually has a mental breakdown because of Scary Girl, which he ends up quitting, and a lot of people would just be fed up with Scary Girl, so they would eliminate her here also. Since the vote will still happen. Alright. We are down to our final 6. And here, Harold a permanent alliance with Cameron to get all of them to the final 3. Doug and Cameron like, I don't know why Duncan's making an alliance with me. I really don't do anything, really. And that would be exactly why Duncan would choose Cameron. Because the kid's smart and whatnot. But the next challenge, it would be you have to hang from a metal bar, and the person who would win this would be Duncan. But there will be a tie between MK and Cameron, and which Cameron ends up losing this challenge, sending him home. We are down to the final 5. and which Scarlet just kind of like starts revealing her evil persona and whatnot. But here's basically gonna be a talent show which Harold will end up winning, and he would get a sole vote, and she would eliminate Scarlet here because he gets along pretty well with everyone else. And next up, it will be Harold and Bridget versus Duncan and MK. And then in a brawl, which I feel like Duncan and MK would end up winning, they would choose to actually eliminate Harold here. Just because Harold is a big threat to take on and it to bring along any longer. And the final challenge, and the next challenge would be, although previous contestants will eliminate one person to eliminate here, and in fact they just choose to eliminate MK just because she just been floating the entire game, really didn't do much. But final challenge, it would be it is Bridget versus Duncan, and I feel like the candidate winner would be Bridget, runner-up would be Duncan, but this is only my way. Please let me know down below in the comments what your way would be, and I'll see you all next time. Later.